Garcia, the Cuban that who is in prison here at Dawes on a hunger strike. This was his 21st day now. If all the Bajans was in support of Garcia, right? They would have released him and find something, find a solution to help the man. You understand? Because if the man served his time, at least he could accommodate him someplace out of prison. He's supposed to be in the custody of the immigration. And they don't even have accommodations to put up Garcia. And the thing is about Garcia, he coming illegal. Yeah, he coming illegal with drugs. So they're holding that there so as their key point, right? But sometimes in situations you just gotta break down things, right? And deal with life, human beings. Come deal with people as human beings. Everyone's made mistakes in life. The same way when they do to human beings that when they got the man in solitary at the prison because the man put a hunger strike. I mean, when they put more pressure upon the man.
Like they're trying to kill him.
Exactly, they're trying to kill him. Right. Jesus, you know, even I look at the incident there so with the young lady that with her children when she got put out, and she went to the NHC unit and occupy it, broke the door and went to anything. You know what I mean? Because it wouldn't be good. She hadn't had a choice there at that point of time. Because she did on the street, you got some raving men that be out on the night, paroles, all kind of people that would snatch she and rape she. Never know, they got men that who was sort of like little boys. And you want to tell me that woman use that as she refuge. And she admit the truth and tell the truth about what she do. And when I wanted to lock up the woman, put the woman, and Andrew Pilgrim, her lawyer, had to resign from the case so as to
bail her out.
I tell when I hear aliens running this country, this is not the Bajans, the love that we had one time before in ourselves. The people that run in this country is aliens. All these ministers are aliens. When I got a feelings for human beings, bumba clock, man. When I got a human, I can't take one of people. One of people are aliens, man. I gotta get one out of this creation, man. Tell them one of aliens. So yeah.
We're dealing with Garcia. His name is Raul Garcia. He's in Dodds. He did 15 years for drug trafficking, I believe, and his time is up, and he's been in prison now over 2 years after his time, seeking his release, and there's no country that he could go because Cuba doesn't want him back. Cuba has a policy: if you left Cuba for over 10 years, you cannot return. Barbados said it doesn't want him because he's a drug trafficker. And actually, I get to find out more today that he actually grew up in America. So America, I don't know the position or what position America is taking with that. But if he left Cuba since he was 4 months old and went to live in America and grew up in America, I would assume that under the laws that they have in America pertaining to Cuban immigration law pertaining to Cubans, they're automatically given asylum in America. So this is a human rights issue, and I'm glad to see that today the United Nations has stepped in. The United Nations, the UN High Commission for Refugees has started a discussion with a non-governmental organization to try to see they're in negotiation with this non-governmental organization. Then they plan on having a sit down with the government officials and people from the prison to see how they could expedite the release of Mr. Garcia, who is presently, from what we are hearing, has lost a lot of weight on this hunger strike.
It's 21 days, right?
This is the 21st day, I believe, of the hunger strike. He started January 17th. And me being a former prisoner, I know what it's like. I did 17 years in prison. And I can tell you that when you do 15 years in prison, you kind of adjust yourself knowing that this is the time you have to do. So you kind of adjust your mind mentally to deal with the time. But you looking forward to when your date comes that you release. So I could tell you from personal experience that that 2 years over that he did felt way worse than the 15 years that he did before that.
Plus now he's on a hunger strike.
I know he's also on a hunger strike. How humane could that be? That the man by right supposed to be out of prison. That's number one. Number two is, how humane can you be? And I know what solitary confinement it is because I did quite a few years in solitary confinement. And I could tell you that, why would you put a man who is sick, who is starving himself, who is weak, in solitary confinement? It doesn't make it, unless you're trying to speed up his demise. But other than that, I think that the prison officials, Mr. Nurse, Colonel Nurse, should look seriously at this issue. It is a human rights issue. I think the Prime Minister, Mr. Fanduel Stewart, should also look into this with a serious eye, and at least, man, let people see that Barbados has a heart. As the brethren said, we are not that kind of people. We are not that kind of people that's cold, that's callous. And this act, this present act with Mr. Raul Garcia, is a very cold and callous act. And I am glad to see that there's other people involved. I want to send enough respect to Brother Signman Seth. I see Seth was on the forefront all by himself from what I see in the paper. I don't know if there was anyone else there with him. But I want to big up Seth for that move, because that's a very good move on his part to show solidarity. And Seth also been in prison too, as he said. So as a prisoner, I can relate to Mr. Raul Garcia. And I'm asking and I'm appealing to the government of Barbados. If release him, his time is over, put him in a house, put him somewhere where he will be supervised. If you
I will bring food for him.
If you feel
I will
that
voluntarily make sure you get food every day.
It's going to be a problem, I'm quite sure that I am willing to put him up. I am willing to put him up, and I'm quite sure there's a lot of other people that's willing to put him up until we could find some place that where he could go to live. And from what I'm hearing, he wants to go back to America to be with his family, where most of his family is in America. So Barbados, I mean, let's not fumble with this. Let's show the world, man. The world is watching. All eyes is on Barbados right now. From the time the UN gets involved, all eyes is on Barbados. And how you deal with this case
if this man
will determine your level of humanity.
Yeah.
Will determine your level of humanity. Garcia is not a threat. It's not like he was a mass murderer, like he killed people before he went to prison. He was accused of drug trafficking. That's it. So I mean that's how ludicrous that could be, that you're saying that we don't want him back in Barbados because he's a drug trafficker. That's like you saying that you wouldn't want me back. How you wouldn't want me back in Barbados? I left Barbados when I was young, but that's like saying that you wouldn't, when I was in immigration, and you would have told immigration you didn't want me back because I left here young, and most of what I learned from America. So therefore, it's your problem, America. I would be messed up. I would be totally messed up. So I want to thank you for accepting me, but I also want you to know that Raul Garcia, time is up. 2 years over his time, he been there. I know you're putting him in solitary confinement. That is not humane. That is not humane. And on to the Garcia family, we like to send our love.
Yes.
And if there's any way that you can contact us, Bongo Lights, myself, or even the Barbados Youth Action Program, whoever it is that you need to get involved, I can be contacted at 248-0735. I'm quite sure Bongo Light don't mind giving his number, and you could contact us, and whatever it is that we could do to assist and to help, we're willing to do. Thanks. In the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, I want to send out blessings to each and every one. Thank you. Blessings.
That's all that mean. Yes, I would also like to ask the Almighty, that to preserve and prolong the brethren life, you know what I mean? Don't let him, pass away, you know what I mean? Because this is the hard times, because when you reach certain stage, because I know about fasting. I know when you reach certain stage, right? You can actually do so if you want to say to go over, you can go over. It's a mind thing too, you know what I mean? You can do so left your body and pass away. You know what I mean? So I want, you know, the Almighty to preserve his life, you know what I mean? And like the brethren say, if the brethren, you know what I mean, if you release him, I'm willing to provide him with food every day. I will, even if I got signed to it, even though it's my law, I will make sure they get food. Don't suffer the man like that. He suffered already 15 years. Have a heart. The Bajans are like not like that. Man, I see men got men like that, bugger boys, kill people. I'm out here, so come back and do the same thing. I'm back in. You understand? And we didn't even already come back. We never reject them. You know what I mean? We accept them back into society. Hey, come on, man, get him man a break, man. Everybody deserves another chance, man. You all listen. You all not gonna be begging me now for all this shit, all the holy foolishness that wanna do to us and the unjust and unfair things that the system do to us. When you still want to come back and ask me for another term, so let's see me that we would like people to do good to wanna do good to somebody and get blessings. Come on, man, have a heart, man. Cheese done, man. We do something good for the man. But don't let the man suffer. The man about to reach death's door, you know. Yeah, Rastafari.